It is Thursday the 28th of August. Had to think about that. And I am going to be drawing the cormorant, which I saw the other day when we were down painting by the lake en plein air. There was quite a few of them in the lake. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I have some grasses from around that area as well that I will be using. What are you guys all up to? Let me just pull you up. See who is here with us, and then I will show you my book. I left my table a little bit full of stuff last night, and I wanted to show you also my I wanted to show you these two pens that I got. I'm sure you guys all have them. Hi Joanne, hi Leslie, good morning. Bonjour Hippo. If you missed it last night at 7, we prepped pages for Nocturnal Month. Some of you will be doing this with us if you want to. You can do it on your own if you want to, but if you're a part of our Substack BSA club, Blue Shine Art Club, we like to get ahead a little bit and prep pages. Last month we prepped our zines, and I'm using scrap papers that I had lying around, and we are all providing images for this month coming of night scenes. We've done it before, and I'll show you. I brought a sketchbook out. The first year we did it was 2022, and it was kind of like a wow moment because you're using all these colors that you're not used to using. So hi Janice, hi Julia, good evening. Hi C. Anyway, the recording, even though it's just us chatting, and for those of you who are in the club, is in the chat. So I'm just going to put this over here and I'll show you. So these are some of the papers that I got done yesterday. So there's a big variety, and I wasn't looking at the images because I'm like, I just need to get a layer of something down because I'm going to be using probably gouache or acrylic for this. I'm using old watercolor paper that I have been using as tabletops a lot of times. So I just did a scraping of, and this is just print paper, but I did a scraping of acrylic over the top, and then it becomes really flat. It actually feels like that stone paper when you put a layer of acrylic on like that. Not so much the watercolor, but it does flatten it out, which is really what I wanted. So those are some of the papers. I did get 30 done, so I'm happy. And I just want to show you, if you're kind of confused about what kind of images we will be, and they're not going to be like this because, no, they're going to be different. But back in 2022, we did a month in October of nocturnal images. So you can see these got put in. So with this, I did a backdrop of a jelly plate. I think it was either jelly plate or just a roll, like from the brayer. Maybe it was just a roll from the brayer. And oh yay, Michelle is here. She's like, I found the YouTube live. She also saw these last night. But yeah, you can see. So I like to put a layer down prior to. So this is what I had during that month, and that's because this paper was so bad. It was a really like cheap sketchbook that I picked up, and I was just using paper. I didn't know how the month was going to go. I had never done it before, so this was my first time doing night scenes with everybody. I'm sure a lot of our group back then also hadn't ever really thought about night. I mean, yeah, the typical sunset was something that I'm sure that we'd all done, but you know, like just really looking at those colors, and you'd be surprised that some colors are super bright, but they're against a dark. So yeah, so just wanted to show you that so that you understand what kind of images you're going to be seeing next month. Good morning, Meryl. We had a lovely workshop yesterday. Thank you to those of you who were able to come. We painted interiors and thought about color before form. That was the whole idea. So yeah, that one was upside down. The other one was right side up. And today I need to get a zine out, and I'm going to be doing images of the cormorant, which is quite a typical bird here in Ontario. It likes to go fishing a lot, as you can see. Oh, and the book. Actually, let me get started with the zine, and then I will show you my book of today. And oh, and I also wanted to show you my 2 pens that I got. I'm always looking for brush pens, which I really like. I love brush pens. And when we were in Oaxaca last year, we found was it this? Here, I'll pull it out so you can have a look. So some of my favorite pens. So it was the Pigma, which is this Sakura pen, the Pigma BB, which is the bold black brush, or bold brush pen, I think it's supposed to be. And I love it, but it runs out a lot. Like it doesn't last very long. And this one is my favorite pen, just a fountain pen. But it's very, like, there's not much character to that, but it's great. So this one is the, oh gosh, this is the Pentel, and it has cartridges. So I'm really excited because then I can refill the cartridges when they run out. And it is permanent. This one is permanent. So this is the Pentel. And it comes with 4 cartridges. So I really like that one. And then this one, I've never tried this one before, but I know a lot of you have tried this one. This is the Fude. And this is the one that I was cursing yesterday because I couldn't get the ink out, and I was squeezing. I'm like, it's going to explode on me, but there's a little red cap in between this cartridge and the front, and it just basically won't let the whole pen go in, so it doesn't leak down. Anyway, this is lovely, but it's not permanent. So I may use this for the cormorant, but do the background first today. The recording is there, Joanne. Good morning, Kim. Nanette says, good morning. Great time prepping pages last night. Thanks for the pop-up get-together show. You're welcome. And Hippo says, yes, Nanette, it was a lovely session. My partner heard me laughing while he was in bed. Well, that's good. 2 a.m. in the morning. It was 2 a.m. in the morning for Hippo. Oh, and I got myself, I've never gotten this one before. I've always gotten the Higgins. So I'm happy to have spent the $18 on carbon ink. I have my first jar of carbon ink, and I have that little syringe that Sarah kindly sent me, this one, so that I can refill cartridges, because I was always like a little bit dubious about doing that. I thought, no, it's going to get really messy. And I did have a cartridge out yesterday, so I was going to show you. But basically you can get an old cartridge and then just zap up the ink and put the ink in the cartridge. Ta-da! Brilliant. So I'm happy about that because this is permanent as well. So much to show you this morning. Okay. Where did my zine go? Did I take one out? I guess I didn't take one out. I thought I took one out. Okay, so just quickly, why don't I just use this brush pen to do my front. Usually they're all colorful, but I think I'm gonna do this in. Right, look how nice and easy it is with this pen. I love it. Does anybody have these and fill them up with, good morning, Sarah. Hi, Patty. Does anyone have these and fill them up with like other color inks? Because I feel like the pen is really nice. Yeah, it was a decent price. I think there was a discount, 27% discount or something like that. I don't know why, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna take that. Okay, so today is, I need a lot of green backing and blue backing for the grasses, and then I'm going to draw the cormorants in and on top. Good morning, Carolyn. How are you? So let me know what you're using and what you're busy with. If you're new here, this is a fantastic time to actually get an hour done. If you're listening and you've said hi, that means you have maybe a little bit of time to work on something of your own. Okay. My paper actually stuck to my board, which I'm not happy about. I put it down yesterday while I was doing my workshop, and the paper stuck to it. I know I can get it up. I'll just spray it and it'll come up, but kind of is not so good. I think I'll use my Excels today and then I'll figure this out later. I just need to scrape it off. Janice says, I was in an art shop in Basel, and they had the Pentel brush pens in about 15 different colors. Oh. And you could buy them individually, Janice? Hippo says, I do refill an empty cartridge of the Pentel brush pen, not a drop of ink spilled thanks to the syringe. I found a converter for each of my fountain pens, but not for the Pentel brush pen, not for this little one. So you just refill your cartridges for this? And you would think that they would have a converter. They are the smaller ones, because if I look at, do I have another one? Here. So I have the Lamy. Oh, so I have one empty, which I'm happy about, because now I can use my carbon ink in my Lamy, which will be great. Yeah, so these are different, right? It's going to be different because this is wider. If anybody knows of any converters for this one, let Hippo know, and let me know as well. Janice says, yes, they were packaged individually. I've seen grey, red, black here, but not all the colors. Sadly, I didn't buy any. Aww. Yeah, that would be fun to buy some of those. I may have to put the donut on Piper's head. She's itching her ear again. I have drops upstairs. It's that time of year, always around like spring and autumn. They get this, like, I think it's just everything comes out in the grasses and everything, you know, sprouts back after a long and very hot summer, and now everything's starting to flower again. So I think dogs are very susceptible to like irritations from nature. Piper? Yeah, I'm gonna get the donut out. She's not gonna like that. So going about it a little bit differently today, because I want to use the non-permanent brush pen over the top of this. Yeah, that's what I have a syringe, so I'm gonna do it with a syringe, but I just wanted to know, or Hippo wanted to know, if there was a converter or if anybody has seen a converter. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, just refill the cartridges. Hippo, you can just do that. Okay, I don't think my, oh yeah, they did go over, great. I transferred some images of down by the lake, where I've been painting for the past few weeks. I didn't get out this day. Oh, okay, let me show you the book. So it's another Maira Kalman, and I love it. This is the first Maira Kalman that I got, actually, before I got the other ones. And it's called Food Rules, and it's an eater's manual by Michael Pollan and illustrated by Maira Kalman. Here, let me move this so it doesn't get on there. But it's quite quirky and quite funny. Like, I really like it. Like, there's little just pages about tips and about how to eat, basically. Like this one, eating what stands on one leg, mushrooms and plant foods, is better than eating what stands on two legs, fowl, which is better than eating what stands on four legs, cows, pigs and other mammals. But the illustrations are beautiful by Maira Kalman. Really love her. Really love her illustrations. So it's just a very sweet read. Buy your snacks at the farmers markets. You'll find yourself snacking on fresh and dried fruits and nuts, real food rather than chips and sweets. Go shopping every week. Eat foods made from ingredients that you can picture in their raw state or growing in nature. So it's all about basically eating healthy. Yeah, I do love, and what a great collaboration. Like, I think she really captured what he wanted to say in his book. Eat when you're hungry, not when you're bored. I think I probably eat when I'm bored. Luckily, I don't get bored too often. That would be dangerous, wouldn't it? All right, so that's the book, Food Rules, an Eater's Manual. And with a new introduction and new rules. Yeah, really nice. Lovely, lovely book. I was going to either do this one or the Still Life by Myra. Still Life with Remorse, which are short stories, family stories. And this one's really lovely too. So maybe I'll do this one next week. Oh no, Janice says, I love Michael Pollan's food rules, but my copy isn't illustrated. You'll have to find the one that is illustrated. Isn't it a great book? Really, really great. Sarah says, I can't drive and text, but I'll get back to you about the refill subject. Okay, thank you. All right. I'm going to get some grasses on here. You know what? I can actually get the cormorants on here as well. I mean, they were going to be in the water, so maybe I'll do some of this water. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get, let's get some cormorants on here, and then I'll put the grasses around them. I think that's what I'll do. So I saw a lot of them in the water, so I'm going to just pull that shape up and put those on. And I can also get a little bit of yellow for the beak. Are Melly here or Melissa? I wanted to know how their date went yesterday. They had a date in Toronto. They went to the CNE. Does CNE stand for Canadian National Exhibition? No. I'll have to ask. Or if there's any Canadians around, Torontonians around, maybe you can help me out with that. A lot of times I just say it and don't think, what's it stand for? Hippo says in Japanese the word kushisabishishi. Kushisabishi means my mouth is bored, so I eat. Wow, they even have a word for it. That's cool. Hippo, do you speak Japanese? Ooh, look at the cormorant's eye. It's like blue. Isn't that cool? Such a cute face. Not sure if I should maybe draw that bit in first. Why is my table such a mess? No idea why it's such a mess. And that I can't find my pencils. Did I take them? Oh, here they are. Hippo says, not at all, but I like that kind of words. Yeah. Kushisabishi. I would like to learn Japanese. Maybe that'll be my next language to learn. I know a few words in Japanese. I know arigato, doidasumashite, what else do I know? I knew a couple more. When I went to Spain to study art, there was another student the same age as me called Yoshi, and he was from Japan. So he was a foreign student living in Mallorca at the same time. He was super dedicated to his painting. And yeah, he did not come out and experience the nightlife of Mallorca, that's for sure. And unfortunately I lost touch with him. I think he went to Madrid. Okay, I'm going to do the beaks because I don't want to lose those, and then I can put the black in. Anybody here speak Japanese? Wow, it really is very, very blue. The eye. Not sure if this is going to show up, but this is maybe too green. Oh, that may work actually. Who would have known? I did not know that their eyes were that blue. And it wasn't just that photo, because it's in every photo. Joanne says, my son learned a lot of Japanese playing Pokemon. Well, I guess Pokemon was good for something then. Okay, let's get another one up here. That went a bit wide. Janet, you know how you were telling us about that challenge of drawing outside every day? Or no, you didn't tell. You put it in the chat of that. I guess it's like a pochade box, like a en plein air box that you can enter to win if you do the whole challenge. If you follow Seen Between the Lines, oh, what's his name? His handle is Seen Between the Lines. He also is doing a challenge, but he's on day 3 already, or day 4. So I don't know how that, I guess he just started whenever he wanted to start, and is trying to encourage people to draw and paint en plein air. Here, look, you've got a better picture here of the face. Look at that face. That's a crazy face. But if you don't, he travels a lot, and he's an urban sketcher. I'm sure you know him and you follow him. But he's also started a challenge. Got a little larger down here. That's okay. And then I need one more over here. I think I'm just going to do the same direction, and then have the beak going off the page. Oh, Janice says it doesn't have to be painting outside, just from life. And yes, you can win one of their easel setups. I went to look at their easel, how much it was. Woof, it's a pricey easel. They look really nice though, and very light. Have you tried one, Janice? It's funny because that didn't even come up when I was looking for a pochade box. That one didn't even come up, but it's super light. It looks great. Okay, I wasn't going to, but I think I am going to just get, can you hear my dog? She can hear my husband upstairs. She's like, wants to bark. No, Piper, no barking. She wants to bark, and I'm like, no. Can you hear her growling? Oh, Joanne says she was just a child then, talking about. Oh, I think I missed something. Good morning, Reb. Reb, I have to get your address, mailing address. I was going through all my images and I'm like, I haven't even sent Reb her portrait, and I have to send C's as well. From the month, the flower, the gardening month. So if you can Instagram message me with your mailing address, that would be great, and I'll get that sent off today, hopefully. All right, one more up here, and then I can start putting a little bit more. I do like the feathers when the feathers are out like that. That's kind of cool. Maybe I'll do that one up here. Okay. She's whispering. She was quite loud, but I thought that YouTube would definitely pick it up. Okay, totally missed that, Joanne, what you said. Oh, Joanne says he can sing the Japanese anthem with my mother now. She had to learn that during the Japanese occupation. And then Hippo says, I think that if I was forced to learn the anthem of the country that occupied mine, I would hate it and won't like to sing it later. Your mother is really resilient. Yeah, that must have been hard. And she was a child then, Joanne said, but our family suffered during that period. And Nanette says, what is the name of that pochade box? And Janice says it's called the Strada easel. I don't have a Strada easel. I have a set from Daybreak easel that I use with a tripod. Yeah, and I have the New Wave Yugo pochade box, which is a little bit heavier, but it's so sturdy that I don't mind the weight. And I think it's more the tripod that has the weight than the actual pochade box, which is funny. Thank you, Reb. All right, color. I think I'm going to stick with, let's go back to my images. Look, I captured a lady walking with a dog in the water. That was the really hot day. But I want some of these grasses, so I'm going to use just my paintbrush and my XLs for this. Try this one. Oops. What fell in? Oh, I know what fell in. I just want a little bit of water. The little black thing fell in. The stopper. Oh, do they all have those stoppers? I don't know if I've noticed that before. So because I have light on the page, I'm going to be using a darker for the in between the grasses. And today is Thursday, everybody. Does anybody know what Melissa's subject matter is tonight? If you want to do some figurative work, the drawing hive. I don't know if I can do either of them because my daughter's coming back from university for my eldest daughter for the evening, so we may go out for dinner. So I may not be able to do either the visual arts passage or the drawing hive, or the visual arts passage or art hang parties. So I'll have to see. Oh, and then I was going to ask if people haven't prepped their pages for next month and they want to. I would love to meet up on Saturday. I'm not sure what time is good for you all. If who hasn't prepped pages here and would like to prep pages, because then we'll go with the time that makes sense for you guys. Is there anybody who would like to prep pages for their, because it makes it so much faster having prep pages for your nocturnal month. So I would suggest prepping pages, and we can meet up for an hour on Saturday. Goats, okay, goats, thank you. Goats are always great to draw. Oh, I hope I can make it. What is the Drawing Hive? The Visual Arts Passage, which is a fine art and illustration online school. They have been meeting every Thursday at 7 p.m. since the beginning of the pandemic. And it's who I took the gallery fine arts course with, Michelle, that I built my portfolio last year. And they, on Thursday nights, they have this thing called Drawing Hive, and the instructors of the school meet up on Zoom, and they give out images that they're going to draw from. On the Thursday evening, they give them out. They used to just give them out on the Thursday, but now they send them out on the Wednesday. And it's free, and you just join their Zoom and you see them. They don't see you. You see them drawing the images that they have provided, and you can draw from as well. So is kind of cool. And then you post on your Instagram and tag their tag of the week, their hashtag of the week, and then they go through all the images at the end. And tonight's, it's all black and white. They're really cool, very, very cool images. I really like them. So I was hoping to do some of them, but if I'm going for dinner, I'm not sure what time dinner is. Maybe it'll be an early dinner. Yeah, so I usually advertise it on my Instagram stories, both Melissa's and Drawing Hive. So if you, I'll do that this morning, and if you go to my stories on Instagram, you can link to them, or they are on, if you just go to visualartspassage.com, you can find them. Like, just do Visual Arts Passage, or just do a search for Visual Arts Passage Drawing Hive, and it'll come up. You have to pre-register, so they send you a link, and it's just putting your name and your email address in, and then they'll send you a link to the Zoom. So you can't just join it, you have to pre-register, and they'll send you that link. Yeah. Aren't they great, Reb? Yeah, the images are really great, really fantastic. And you can do them ahead of time. I mean, I enjoy the conversation a lot of time. Cassandra is, I mean, they're all fantastic, but Cassandra is fantastic, very knowledgeable about what she does. And so is Ray. Well, they all are. But sometimes the conversation is fantastic, and sometimes I do both. I watch the Zoom of Visual Arts Passage, and I have also Art Hang Party in the background, and I listen to one over the other and draw from one. I can't, like, some weeks I've tried to do both, and it's really difficult. I can't do that. This pen is getting very messy. I think I've run out of water, actually. Oh, yes, sorry. Susan asked, did you record the pop page prep last night? Yes, I did record it. Excuse my... A lot of times we forgot that we were recording. Let's just put it that way. I will say no more. We had a fun evening. It was good. I mean, it was only an hour and a half. Was it an hour and a half? I can't remember. you know, I'm going to miss this month of playfulness and next month. Not that I'm not, I am looking forward to Nocturnal Month, but it's been really a lot of fun to just play this month, because I know that it'll feel a little bit different, but there will be a lot of play with different colors and paints and crayons, and yeah, it'll be a good challenge next month. I'm trying to think if there are any days that I may not be able to do. I think it'll be fine. We'll see. If there's a day that I can't do, then maybe I'll do a double, one in the morning, one in the evening instead. And I think for meetups in September, I'm going to plan the meetups. I think it'll be probably catching up on weekend prompts, like nocturnal prompts. So if you're okay with that, I think that's probably what they're going to be. I could still do demos at the weekends when we get together. Reb says, I was thinking of how I could sneak a goat in there, maybe with the cat lady. Yes, that would be good. I love that image, that last image. It's so good. I think that would be a great. Can you imagine if we both do goats in there? They'd be like, whoa, what's with the goats in the baby stroller? That would be quite funny, Reb. I will do it if you do it. It would be quite funny. Okay, this is quite wet up here. This is going to have to dry. I didn't want that on there. Leslie says, I will try to join on Saturday, but I have my grandchild, Millie, for the weekend. Is she up early, Leslie? I was going to say, I don't mind doing an early one. We could do an early one. Okay, almost done with this. Look at the time. Goodness, that went fast. I do really enjoy the whole negative space thing. It's and I should have done a bit more water, but that's okay. I'm just doing grasses. Yeah, anyone else can make Saturday? Let me know if I ran out of water again. If Saturday works for you, then we will do a Saturday meetup. I know Saturdays are really busy for a lot of people. Okay, I'm gonna get the, ooh, that got really gummy. I think, was that supposed to stay on there? Why did that fall off? Does anybody know? I feel like if it's not there, the brush is going to come out. I just don't know which way it goes in. I'll try that way. Yeah, that's better. The brush doesn't move around as much now. Okay. So I'm going to try the foodie. Oh, Michelle says, what are you referring to when you mention the goats? Michelle, it's a whole new world for you here. Melissa Martin has her art hang party at 7 p.m. as well. So it's kind of conflicted because there's two night sessions happening, and Melissa Martin has her live on YouTube, and she provides images and people draw every week from those images, and then you can also post them or put them in her Discord, or you can post them on Instagram on the art hang party group or the chat, the art hang party message board, and then she shows them at the end of the session. And she this week they're drawing goats, so everybody kind of, well, not everybody, but a lot of people do art hang party, and I've been doing Drawing Hive for a few years now, so there's a little conflict there, but that's okay. I try and do one or the other, or a bit of both. Hippa says, I am in Saturday. C says, I can do Saturday. I think I can make it. Okay, Leslie, sounds good. I can make it. Carolyn says if it's before 2 p.m. Why don't we put it down for 10 a.m. on Saturday? Unless I get an answer from Julie and Nick, who are in Australia. If they answer me back, then it may be an earlier one, because then they can join usually when it's earlier. But we'll do it Saturday morning for sure. I just haven't, the time is undetermined yet. Undecided. So I love the brush, the actual dry brush of this as well. I really like it. I don't think my cormorants are really looking cormoranty. It's actually really nice, this brush pen, because it doesn't, like, there's not a whole lot of ink that comes out. So you do get a bit of control with that. I mean, even if I, oh, hang on, maybe that's why, because I wasn't pressing hard enough. Maybe you can get a lot more ink out. There we go. But I still like the fact that you can use it quite dry as well. They all look like they've got hats on. Julia says, I'm not sure about Saturday as I have friends coming over. Okay. And I don't think Nick is on here, so I'll confirm with Nick. If Nick can make it, because I know that she loves the nocturnal month. I'm not sure if she can do it, but if she's doing it, she may want to prep some pages. So I will confirm with Nick and then get back to you guys whether it's going to be a 7 a.m. one or it'll be a 10 a.m. one. Okay. And thank you for joining this morning. If you need to go, I totally understand. It is 8:01. I'm gonna just finish this page and then take my little pup for a walk. Okay, I'm gonna just get some brush marks on here. Yeah, and don't forget about the 2 drawing sessions tonight, Art Hang Party and the Visual Arts Passage. I will put both linked in my stories on Instagram, so if you have problems finding them, just go over to my Instagram. Hippo, I know you're not on Instagram, but I know that you know the links, so you're good. All right, well, another different page. Let's put the cormorant bird on here. Michelle says, question. Thank you all. So fun to have learned about all your fun art meetups. I gotta walk the dog. I cannot attend on Saturday, but hope to on Monday. Today I started my nocturnal. Yes, because Michelle's getting ahead because she has an art retreat starting. And then that says, ooh, I love this one. Thank you. And Michelle says, Shario Zine is awesome. Love the black ones in the foreground. And Leslie says, watch out for wasp nests on your walk. I was attacked after stepping on one. Oh no, they attacked and are painful. Oh, poor you, Leslie. That's horrible. Goodness. Yeah, I try to stick to the paths because this time of year there's a lot of stuff in the grass as well. Also from Miss Piper. Thank you, everybody. I will get back to you with the time for Saturday, and if you are joining us tomorrow morning, I look forward to seeing you all. Bye. Bye, everyone. Oh, and if you're watching this after the fact, don't forget to put a comment in. Love to know where you're coming from. And thank you to, hang on, I'm going to get the name right, so wait. Because I received a lovely message from, I'm going to get your name right before I say it, if I can find it. Was it a message in my Instagram? I thought it was a message in my Insta. Oh, Akiko. Akiko, thank you so much for your message. I'm going to spend an hour and go back and do exactly what you suggested. Thank you. Dada says, bellissimo, grazie como siempre. Prego, prego, Dada. Chi sei, Dada? Da dove sei, Dada? Io stavo praticando il mio italiano, sai? Hippo says, nice day, everyone. See you tonight for drawing goats. This painting is stunning. Thank you, Hippo. You're so sweet. I'm going to wait to see where Dada is from. Leslie says, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, I like looking at negative space as well a lot. I think it's it gives it something different, not just you looking at the positive. Ah, sono Caroline su Instagram da Roma. Ah, va bene, grazie Caroline. Non sapevo. Allora, ciao, buona giornata e vediamo il prossimo giovedì. No, martedì. Ok. Bye, Nanette. See you. Bye. Bye.